Hello everybody, Angel Arts here, and welcome back to another episode of Gay Let's Play Dragon Age Inquisition. There is still so much to see and do here in our stronghold, Skyhold, and we're just continuing on with that. Before I do, though, I just wanted to share a thought about how much I thought that the writers for Dragon Age Inquisition did a really great job of giving a realistic explanation, showing realistically how the Inquisitor rose to power. Because it didn't happen overnight. Because the way that things started, I mean, Art, for example, he wasn't very well known at all. And Cassandra and Liliana, at least as far as Cassandra was concerned, he was the suspect of the things that were going on at the Conclave. And in fact, not our Art wasn't necessarily famous, he was infamous in the sense that the people of Haven were blaming him and wanted to persecute him for being the one responsible for the Conclave. So I was curious to find out how he went from here to up here. And I think as the story progressed, it made sense. It made sense to me. Because the Inquisition is such a huge and powerful and important organization right now in Thedas and all over the world. And especially with everything that happened in that battle at Haven, I can see why the people have come to look up to Art and have come to see him as their leader, despite the fact that he is a mage and that he is a Qunari. So I just wanted to applaud the writers of BioWare for that. Oh, hey, Fiona. Fiona?
Greetings, Inquisitor. That is your title now, yes? I should
Yes.
thank you. The way things ended in Redcliffe, you could have demanded anything you wished. Yet you chose to make us equal partners. I was not expecting that.
Yeah, well, I mean, sometimes Qunari will surprise you.
You rebelled for good reason.
I knew you, of all people, would understand. Huh. I've been a Grey Warden, Grand Enchanter, leader of a rebellion, and now I am none of those things. Odd where fate takes you, as you're no doubt well aware.
So
You were once a Grey Warden?
Mine is an unusual circumstance, Inquisitor. Normally, one is part of the Order until death. But long ago, I found myself stripped of what made me a Warden. They tried to reinitiate
Really?
me, but nothing worked. Nor could they figure out how it happened. So I was sent to the Circle of
Interesting.
Magi, the first Warden ever to be kicked out. Quite the achievement.
So how does that work? Because you go through the joining, you drink the blood of the Darkspawn, you gain the powers of a Grey Warden by drinking the blood, and then supposedly that taint that is within you, that's permanent. You take that to the grave. So somehow, in some unexplainable way, the taint got removed from her system, and nothing. Even if they tried to initiate her again, which I assume means she went through the joining again, it didn't work. Nothing worked. So what does that mean? I'm very curious about that.
You sound unhappy about it.
Becoming a Warden seemed like a dream when I was first conscripted. Towards the end, however, my brothers and sisters, they felt I had somehow cheated death. I was glad to leave. It
Well,
also made me unique in the
no.
circle. I had an opportunity to do more than I ever could as a Warden.
a lot of people would say that becoming a warden is essentially a death sentence. I don't think she was cheating death at all.
You mean you began in the Mage Rebellion?
I pushed for our vote to free the circles of Magi, but I cannot claim sole responsibility for what followed. Still, despite all the chaos, I would do it again. What happened had to happen.
Fair enough. Okay.
I've been meaning to ask, how exactly did the Meditatori take control in Redcliffe?
Mages constantly found their way to us while we were there. Stragglers, most of them strangers. I had no way of knowing some were actually Tevinter. They spread whispers, encouraged talk of an alliance, and we were desperate. I'm not proud of our choice, but we were certain Templars were coming. It could have ended far worse.
You're not still the Grand Enchanter, then?
Any claim I had to the title ended along with the circles of Magi, although some still call me by it. Perhaps the circles will one day be resurrected. If so, another will take the position. Until that time, I lead my fellow mages by default. I will do what I can for them.
You believe they'll recreate the Circle of Magi after all this?
It depends on who the next divine is, and what she offers.
That would be huge.
We can't go back to the way things were. But endless warfare benefits no one. That is why I agreed to Justinia's conclave. There must be another solution.
So Fiona's reasonable. When I said that's going to be huge, I'm thinking they really are foreshadowing us having something to do with selecting or putting the new divine onto the seat, which will most likely dictate how the state of Thedas will be moving forward. And depending on who we choose, that can be a huge deal.
I trust everything is well with the mages?
We're mostly relieved. An alliance with the Inquisition offers security, although who knows for how long.
Alright, we'll carry on, Fiona.
I'll leave you to it.
Halisma. Well, we've got a bunch of people here. Before I do anything, I want to take advantage of our time and go back to the war room real quick. So, because there's a lot of stuff at the war table that we need to complete, and I feel like we can let those cook while I go through, you know, exploring Skyhold. So let's go ahead and do that first. War Council. All right, let's get some business done. Locate Reese and Evangeline is available. I definitely want to do this one. Definitely want to do this one.
I've arranged an accord between the Marquis and the Dowager. Wonder of wonders. Perhaps they can be useful to us after all.
Sister Leliana, per your request, after seeing that no mage named Reese was present at the conclave at the time of the explosion, I began my search. It appears, based on reports gathered from rebel mages, that Reese had originally intended to be at the conclave, but the former Templar Evangeline persuaded him not to attend. Huh. She believed corruption within the Templars sought to exacerbate the conflict, and this merited investigation. Evangeline was last seen not far from Valfram Inn, where a merchant described her as fighting other Templars and being taken, injured but alive. Reese came through the area not long after, searching for her. The forest near Valfram Inn offers many places to hide, but the Inquisition could track down these renegade Templars if you so order. Yours in service, Walker. Walker knows the area. She and her scouts can get Reese and Evangeline out safely.
Have you heard anything? Not yet. I'll let you know as soon as I do.
My men can cut through the forest and recover Reese and Evangeline safely. I have friends in the area who could gladly help rescue someone who's so important to the Inquisition. I'm tempted to give this to Cullen because this is against Templars, and Cullen is a Templar. So I would think that his forces would know a thing or two about how to handle other Templar, even if they are Red Templar. So, and Evangeline herself is also a Templar. So I'm gonna highly consider using him for Cullen for that. A friend in Quarinus. According to Dorian, while most Tevinter Magisters are not Venatori supporters, they will also not raise a finger to prevent the Venatori from wreaking havoc in the south. There are some, however, who see the cult for what it is and are trying to expose it. A Magister's contact in Quarinus by the name of Maevaris Talani is attempting to introduce a law in the Imperial Senate, which would see Venatori activity sharply curtailed in Tevinter. Dorian suggests that quiet Inquisition support of Miveris would be beneficial, and ultimately it could drum up support from other magisters fearful of what Corypheus represents. Tevinter is a land where secrets are weapons. Let us arm this magister against those who would oppose her vote. Cullen's not participating. I have contacts in Tevinter, although not many. Still, trading a few favors could help this magister a great deal. I feel like Liliana seemed more confident in that. Let's go see what we can grab from here. Dorian's request. Dorian's leads were effective. The Inquisition found several locations where these Venatori could be hiding. Advanced camps, purpose unknown. If you wish to deal with these mages, I'm certain Dorian would be pleased. I'll mark the locations on your map should you pass by any on your travels. That's a good thing to know. Shadows over Denerim. My Lord Inquisitor, that went far better than I expected. To be perfectly honest, the help of your people provided led us to 4 spies, one of whom worked in the kitchens, and may have been plotting my assassination. Incontestable proof that this cult and its leaders are enemies of Ferelden. I owe you a great deal, Inquisitor, and hope that my support is meaningful in your opposition to these cretins. Queen Honora Theron. Awesome, we got the Queen of Ferelden on our side. That's a great boon in and of itself. Influence of 60, that is nothing to sneeze at. Ferelden Medallion of Service. Investigate Theronfall Redoubt. Thanks to the distraction provided by Inquisition scouts, the Chargers were able to get into Theronfall Redoubt. It's largely deserted, but there are clear signs that the Templars joined a much greater force. We found a refined form of lyrium, and a large number of Templar corpses. Judging by their wounds, they were executed after falling ill. We also found signs of demonic activity, although there were no rifts present. This place was home to something powerful and malevolent, and judging from the signs of violence at the redoubt, it fled when the main force Templars left. Lieutenant Kermissus Eclasi. Influence and 3 red lyrium. Nice. Hunt Theronfall Redoubt Demon. Inquisitor. The demon that fled Theronfall Redoubt left signs of its passage. It appears to be some sort of shapeshifter. Witnesses have described incidents of friends acting strangely or being in 2 places at once, that sort of thing. The Chargers have experience hunting demons. Say the word and we're on it. Lieutenant Cremissus Eclasi. The Chargers know what they're doing. I can pass them information and send them off hunting. A few well-placed words have the nobility on guard for imposters. The hunt should be much easier. Alright, here's what I'm gonna do. I've decided. For Cole, locate Riz and Evangeline, I am throwing down Cullen. It makes the most sense.
All right.
Thank you, sir. For Dorian, Friend and Corinus, Liliana seemed a lot more confident. What she was saying seemed a lot more promising than what Josephine was saying. So I'm going to choose Josephine on that.
Let's see what we
I mean,
have.
Liliana. And as for Joe, I think she's got the Chargers here in hunting this demon. So you got this, Joe. I'm happy with this.
At your service.
Thank you, my dear. Cool. Let it be written. Let it be done. Okay. While my scouts are out and about, let us continue, ladies and gents. I want to continue exploring this area. Dorian approves. Cassandra approves. Required red lyrium. Hunt Theronfall Redoubt operation available, which I already sent people, to work on. Let's take a look at this. Solas is here. Let's go chat with Solas for a bit.
Greetings.
Tell me more about yourself, Solas.
I'm interested in what you told me of yourself and your studies. If you have time, I'd like to hear more.
Yeah.
You continue to surprise me. All right, let us talk. Preferably somewhere more interesting than this.
Oh. Well, Solas and I are going to hang out. That's fine. Didn't expect that, but okay. Let's do that. Solas and Art, we're going to hang out. I love this. I like that that Inquisition has included... You really start getting attached to your party members, and you start forming this family with them, and it makes sense that you would actually chill out with them, hang out with them during downtime, like I did with the Iron Bull. I wonder what we're doing with Solas. Is he going to teach me Fade's secrets? That would be pretty awesome. Not sure if he's going to be able to actually. I mean, I got some awesome Fade secret powers from Corypheus, if you remember that focus power that I got. That looked pretty awesome, I have to admit. I'm going to have a lot of fun utilizing that the next time we go off an adventure, which probably, again, given the sheer size of this Skyhold place, probably not for another like 3 videos, is my guess. Especially with all the people that I still have to talk to and hang out with, and crafting, selling, buying. Life as an Inquisitor is a lot of work, you guys. You know, lots of work. Speaking of lots of work, it seems like my poor computer is spending lots of work trying to bring up this vacation or this whatever picnic rendezvous that I'm doing with Solas here. This is the travel time. Oh, we're back in Haven? Oh, Haven's rebuilding.
Why here?
Haven is familiar. It will always be important to you.
Sure, it's where I got my
We
start.
talked about that already.
It looks like, well, at least Haven wasn't completely,
I
taken.
sat beside you while you slept, studying the anchor.
Really?
I'm glad someone was watching over me.
Aww.
You were a mystery. You still are. I ran every test I could imagine. Searched the Fade, yet found nothing. Cassandra suspected duplicity. She threatened to have me executed as an apostate if I didn't produce results.
I wouldn't let that happen to you, Solas.
I would never have agreed to that.
You're too good of a
You
friend.
were in no position to argue.
Hmm.
You were never going to wake up? How could you? A mortal sent physically through the Fade. I was frustrated, frightened. The spirits I might have consulted had been driven away by the breach. Although I wished to help, I had no faith in Cassandra, or she in me. I was ready to flee.
Really? But you didn't, Solas, and that was the important thing.
But you stayed.
I did. I told myself, one more attempt to seal the rifts. I tried and failed. No ordinary magic would affect them. I watched the rifts expand and grow, resigned myself to flee, and then... It
Yeah.
seems you hold the key to our salvation. You had sealed it with a gesture. And right then, I felt the whole world change.
This isn't how it happened. This mattered to you. I'm glad you stayed, although I don't know why I'm being stoic.
For all our sakes, I'm pleased that you stuck around.
As am I. You have fractured rules of man and nature, and you will shatter more before you are done. Visiting me here, even as a mage, it should not have been so easy for you.
What do you mean?
Where do you think we were?
This isn't real.
Ah.
That's a matter of debate. Probably best discussed after you wake up.
Did Solas put a little something in my drink? Did he? I think Solas gave me a little roofie there. Not sure how I feel about that, but it's a good thing I trust him, right? Because I was gonna say that rift is still up there. That rift is still open. Like, I thought we had closed that. So, thanks, Solas. Maybe next time warn me about that. Okay. New operations available. Whoa. Is this my room? Oh my gosh. Oh, this is my bedroom? Oh my gosh. Okay. So this is my bedroom, and I think these are all the decorations and stuff. I made a mistake, by the way, because I think this is the Ferelden decorations. I made a mistake and thought that that Art was from Ferelden. He's actually from the Free Marches, if I remember correctly. So I think the next time I have a chance, I'm going to change the decorations here to the Free Marches to make it more like his home. Skyhold Garden, Courtyard Upgrade, Main Watchtower? Okay, locate materials, Spirit Essence, Quarries, Logging Stands. A greener garden. Okay, so I guess these are more ways to upgrade our stronghold. Oh my! This is incredible, guys. I cannot believe that Art lives here. His room is huge! His ceiling is huge. I mean, he's a tall guy, so... But, I mean, this is ridiculous. And he even has, guys, he even has a lute, or... Actually, I don't think that's a lute. It's a stringed instrument. I think we were gonna have a jam session here. Where is this? No, not the world map. Where is this? Oh, okay. Climb down. So, wait. Valroy... I'm in Valroyo? What? What am I doing in Valroyo? Is this still the dream? I'm confused, guys. Oh no, I am in...
I have certainly spared no expense.
I am in Skyhold. I was like, what? Okay, here's the banners. The Templar banner. There's our crows. Where is this place? War Room. Timely intervention. There are reports of Red Lyrium and potential Red Templar activity in the hills of the Empire's Loyan. Yeah, that's right. I remember. Okay, so... Right. Main hall. Trying to get my bearings, trying to... Oh. They cleaned up this area. Quarters. Right, let me go to the Undercoff, because I wanted to change the decorations to show my homeland of the Free Marches.
Better. What can't we do in a place like this?
Skyhold customization. Banner. Bed, drapery, basic, decor, throne, windows, Ferelden, Inquisition. Oh, well, let's do Inquisition for that, and then banners. Andrastian Enchant, the Free Marches, yeah, which is essentially like, looks like Hawks's banners, I guess. Which kind of makes sense because we're about to supposedly meet Hawks, so maybe we should have the Inquisition banners reflect that. Again, I'll be rotating banners around. I'll be figuring that stuff out as we go along. Hello, all you people. What's going on here? Read. Construction report. Death on the wall. One of our finishers, Garen, fell from the scaffold and landed on a paving stone. Oh no, not Garen. He had breath for an hour, but his eyes were still. He died and the Chantry sisters wrapped him. What should we do? Foreman Sheris. Have them commit his body with those we have lost since Haven. I will record his sacrifice from the Inquisition. Move his fellow workers to another site and allow time off with pay if they request. Ensure that all workers do their jobs safely. We are in a war, not a race. Rushing does no good if we harm ourselves. We are all the Inquisition. Lady Montelier.
Someone emptied a whole bag of
Good
turnips
job.
into the fire. Ah, making the smell is everywhere. I was going to use them for dinner and then... I can't recall who took them.
Honored, Inquisitor. Gotzi Sturhald. Did my part on the walls, and now I'm on this strange collection you've brought us. Don't know its worth to the fight exactly, but it's good workmanship.
Ooh, so you're one of my construction guys.
Where did you learn your skills?
Orzammar. Carved a few statues in my day.
Works.
And before you ask, yes, I chose to leave. I carved a paragon who turned out to be a sodding madwoman.
Bronca.
Couldn't stand looking at it. The memory of a dwarf.
Bronca. What are these tiles?
Any ideas about the origin of these reliefs?
To Vinter, early. It's in the tool marks, the grain.
Hmm.
That's hard dust mined from the 100 Pillars, if I know anything. Oh, I suppose the scene is probably full of Tevinter robes, too.
The 100 Pillars.
Damnedest things. Massive spires that aren't stone. It's like a mortar. Don't know more than that. Strong, though.
Do you have any insight into the stories these tiles are supposed to depict?
Tell you what. You finish one, and I'll write it up. Who better, right? A good dwarven perspective.
Alright, thank you, sir.
Another time.
Best of the vein, Inquisitor.
Best of the vein to you too, Gatsy. I'm calling him the Great Gatsy. Oh yes. Because he seems great. Speaking of which... Oh, there's another note. Did I already read this note? Construction report. Request to fight. Workers finishing the banner placements are requesting more important tasks. Several wish to train with swords so they can fight, more directly serving the Inquisition. They travel to join a war, not dress up a keep. Can't say I disagree. Foreman Charisse. Our enemy cut a hole in the sky seen everywhere. We will look upon it from below, but it need not humble us. We may fight because we are many. We are many because the Inquisitor inspires. The Inquisitor inspires because of his growing legend. Part of this legend is what the masses find on arrival. That is the job of your workers. Not vanity, but veneration. Not impulse, but elevation. Their skill as workers is a greater threat to the enemy than their number in half-trained soldiers. Lady Montelier, she is so good. She is so, so good. I can sit on my throne. Uh-oh. What?
Impressive, is it not? Fit for a leader, meant to show influence and the burden of it. It is where the Inquisition will sit in judgment, where you will sit in judgment.
Wait, nobody said anything about me being a judge. Why am I being a judge?
Who will I be judging exactly?
Those who have done wrong. You will know of them, at the very least.
Oh no.
All this presumes they have survived their initial encounter with you, of course.
Still more lives in my hands.
You are a beacon of law, Inquisitor, as others retreat from responsibility. But this needn't be bloody. The Inquisition's sovereignty is derived from the allies who validate it. You are both empowered and bound. Justice has many tools. If their application is clever, execution may even seem merciful by comparison.
Alright. Let me do this in the next video. Perhaps later.
I'd rather do this another time.
At your leisure, Inquisitor. The throne will wait until you are ready.
Oh my goodness. I don't know if I'm ready to do this. I think I'm gonna wait and do the throne thing later, because there's so much gravity in here. Can I talk to my friends first? I want to talk to my friends first before I start deciding who lives and who dies for such and such a thing and all that good stuff. So, thank you guys for watching this episode of Gay Let's Play Dragon Age Inquisition. Tune in next time, folks, and until then, love yourselves and love each other.